Oh, yeah, it's another one right here. SL Digital Media. We got another comedian coming up, man. I heard he's been doing all these shows. He even knows my homeboy, Denny Live. And, you know, Denny's coming on here on Monday, but he's here to tell us, take us on his journey. And you know what? In order for us to get this thing started, I think I need to play your live version, and then we'll get into the conversation about your musical career. And here we go.
Recently, I decided that, you know, I retired. I retired from black funerals. Can't do it no more, man.
We going in
I don't know where
early.
they find these prison pastors. You know what I'm saying? These dudes that they give like $40 to, you know what I'm saying? And they always say stuff about somebody they didn't know. Like, I didn't know this man, but I know this man was a good man. Like, how kind of message is that? How kind of message is that? Like, whose man is this? You know what I'm saying? And then, like, what kills me with funerals is the tone. I don't like it. It's so sad. They have the dude on the organ. Yo, I'm having a funeral. I need Al Green organ player. You know what I'm saying? Don't give me, you know what I'm saying, Jeffrey, you know what I'm saying, from the choir playing my, like, I hate the fact that it's so sad at funerals. Like, I need a motivational speaker at my funeral. I need C.T. Fletcher. Don't be acting all sad. Get up off your feet. He wasn't sad. He was a good man. I need somebody like that. They be like, yeah, Brother Reginald, he was so, like, no. I need the guy that does the commercials for the movies to do my funeral. Come into the heaven gate soon. One man who lived his life the way he wanted to live it. That's what I need. Like, the hell? Funerals be sad as hell. Can't do it. Matter of fact, I got in an argument with a funeral director the other day. Said something he ain't like. He was like, I'm gonna see you soon, nigga. I was like, nigga, I'm getting cremated. Fuck you. I'm not even gonna have a repast. I'm gonna have a talk about. We're gonna get together and just talk about me. You know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, that nigga, he could cut hair. That nigga did comedy. He was alright. He could rap. Baby mom's like, that nigga wasn't shit. I had my ex talking about me on internet recently, and shit pissed me off. You know, usually I don't engage in pettiness, but I think some of us men can be as petty as women. So she was talking about me online. I said, fuck it, I don't even want to go back and forth. I FaceTimed her. So let me tell you something. Take your 2 fingers, you go like this. Go down here, you go like this. Bring it back up, smell it, you got bigger fish to fry. Leave me the fuck alone. Real for real. I think I can out-petty my exes. My ex called the court. She was like, yeah, he cut hair, he worked under the table, he get cash, he don't be paying taxes. It's like, what? It's okay. Hello, 911? Yeah, I want to report an unlicensed nail technician. Yeah. And she sell platters out the house, yup. And she do weave in an unfinished basement with no permit. Go get her. See, I believe in situational snitching.
That it? All right.
Yeah, for that little bit.
Oh, man. You had them going on that joint, man.
Yeah, man. Some of that stuff, women, man, you know, they be knowing to be true. You know what I'm saying?
You know what? That's what makes the jokes, though. It's like rap. You know,
yep.
Real stories.
Yep.
Definitely real stories. All right, so look. Tell us a little bit something more about yourself. You know, how, you know, we was talking before that. So basically just give me the same thing we was talking about. You know, let's talk about your career so far. Do you see it in the right is it going in the right direction to you?
For me, yeah. I try to make a plan every year for something that I want to do, something I want to accomplish.
Yeah.
So the first year, it was like just hit up every open mic you could hit up. Get your name out there, get your experience. I started in Atlantic City, New Jersey. So shout out to Nico, shout out to Baby Boy. They gave me my opportunity with their open mic.
Oh, so it came from them. Okay, yeah.
Yeah, they gave me the opportunity at their open mics, and they used to do their open mic at Boré. And that's why I had started that. And then, you know, I started expanding Philadelphia and all of that stuff, Baltimore, Delaware, all of that. So the first year was just like, you know, hit up every open mic that you can, get your name known, get your experience, work on your timing, work on your material, you know, just work on the craft. The second year was like, all right, still hit up open mics, but try to get booked for shows, and eventually start throwing your own shows. And then once we got into year 3, it was like, all right, now I'm throwing shows, I'm getting booked for shows,
Yeah.
but I'm gonna do a comedy special. And I did the comedy special. Now that I'm in the year 4, getting ready to go into 5, after doing the comedy special, it helped set me up to get more bookings, and start doing more traveling. So this year has been a year of doing the traveling. Like, I've been to Texas, I've been upstate New York, I've been
Hmm.
all throughout Pennsylvania, I've been to Baltimore, Maryland. I'm getting ready to go to California. I got 3 shows out there. I'm about to go to North Carolina,
What part
Detroit,
of what part of Cali?
LA. Yep, I got
Oh,
3 shows in LA.
do they still got the chocolate factory out there?
Yeah, I think they still got that in the
I've
Comedy
been I've been
Store
I've been
and
to
all
that
that
a
stuff.
couple times. Chocolate factory.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'll be at the Pack Theater. I'll be there September 13th, 14th, and 15th. So I
Oh,
got I
okay.
got I got 3 shows out there, and I'm probably going to hit up some open mics while I'm out there. Like I said, you know, North Carolina, Charlotte, Detroit. Like, it's going to be a lot of traveling going on for Elijah the Barber, because at this point I'm all about branding. You know what I'm saying? It's a lot of comedians out there, and there's a lot that are dope. There's a lot that are funny, but a lot of them don't understand branding. Like you're a brand at the end of the day,
Yeah, you
and
trying to push yourself.
yeah, you try and put yourself. So that's what I'm doing. You know, I'm on this promo run now with these interviews and podcasts and all of that, because I want to continue to spread the word about what I got going on and who I am.
Well, that's what you're supposed to do. And in
Mhm.
fact, anybody doing anything of entertainment, that's what you're supposed to do. Build it up. Plus, you know, everybody's platform technically is a person that possibly never knew who you were. So you
Exactly.
always want to give a great impression, because that's just the way it is. You're always putting everything in everyone's face. You never know. Somebody
Yeah.
might hear you and boom, book you somewhere else. That's how they do
Mhm.
it.
Yeah. That's how I happen. I tell comedians that are just starting out, like, they ask me, like, well, how do I do this, and how do I get shows and get paid for shows and all of that? And I tell them, like, every time you get on a stage, whether it's an open mic, whether it's a show, whether it's a guest spot on a show, you have to treat it as an audition. You know what I'm saying? It's an audition for something else or whatever. So, you know, there was a time where I went to a show just to support it. And somebody asked me, like, hey, you know, you want to get on stage, do 5 minutes. I really didn't want to, but, you know, some of my friends was like, nah, go ahead, man. Go on stage, man. You know, it's therapy for you. I went on stage, I did 5 minutes. I ended up killing it. A Delaware promoter ended up being in the building and was like, yo, you know, it's exchange information. I think you dope. I want to book you. So I'm like, all right, because, you know, you hear this stuff all the time. And maybe about a month later, the guy hit me up. He booked me for a show, and
Yeah.
Townsend, Delaware, and then I went out there, did my thing, and the business was good. And then he hit me maybe a month or 2 later and booked me for Middletown, Delaware. I went and did that. So, you know, I would never knew just getting on stage doing 5 minutes, of just, you know, it's a guest spot. You know what I'm saying? I wasn't on the show. I wasn't on the flyer or nothing. That would have got me 2 paid gigs based off of, you know, the work that I did. So every time you get on that stage, you have to treat it like it's an audition.
Every time. And
Yep.
that's with anything.
Hmm.
You know, that's what anything. If you trying to be a golfer, you better be the best golfer or there, or else they're gonna go to somebody else with this whole thing. You know, my whole thing is this: whatever you're doing, give 100%, because you really don't know who's watching you. You
Yep.
really don't know who's going to give you opportunity. You really don't know.
Yeah, you don't.
And you know, some people, uh-oh, Elijah Dick, we got another Elijah right here from Cleveland, Ohio. Well, he's
Hmm.
from East Cleveland. Let me get that right. East Cleveland. He said we watching, so he's
Okay.
always down there in
What's
in
up?
Cleveland. doing
Be
his
out in
thing.
Detroit. I'll be out in Detroit and be out in Detroit November, I think November 19th. We're gonna be out in Detroit. So I'll be in the Midwest.
Oh
I'll
yeah,
be
oh yeah,
not too far from there.
yeah. So Ernest said he loved the funeral joke.
That's what's up. Appreciate it.
Yeah,
Appreciate it.
yeah, yeah. Look, you sent me about like 4 or 5 of them, and it was crazy. I
Yeah.
was like, where did they go? Because I was checking. I was like,
I might have sent them to you. I might have sent them to you on Instagram. It might have been.
oh,
It might have been Instagram. I think Instagram. I was able to send you those YouTube links, but it wouldn't let me send you the pictures. So I had to send you the pictures on Facebook. Like it was weird.
oh wow. That's I know because I was like, usually everybody send me everything on Facebook
Mm.
or it's email. I'd rather
Yeah.
just tell everybody send me everything on the email because that right there, I could just grab it and you know
Yeah.
photos.
I sent you the one we just watched. That was Black Funerals and Petty Exes. I sent you the Edible Story, and I think I sent you the Ancestry Story. So those are 3 different bits from my special. Elijah the Barber Cutting Up special is out now. It's basically a movie. It's an hour and 26 minutes, and you know that's kind of long for a person's first comedy special. But I put a lot into it. Um, I mix stand up comedy with a little bit of theater. So there is, overall message. I wanted people to be introduced to my sense of humor first, and then I
Yeah,
wanted to introduce them to me, as a barber towards the end. So I wanted to give them barbershop talk, barbershop experience, things that we talk about in the barbershop, things that we go through on a day-to-day basis, different things with relationships and stuff like that. And I'm working on a new one now, which would be called Trust Issues. It'll be getting filmed next year. So that one is going to be a little more personable than this first one. This
and you know
first one
what?
was more like an introduction.
A comedian can last forever. All you got to do is
Yeah.
just stay relevant and know what's going on. And that's the key to being a comedian. You got to know what's going on, and of course, tell real life stories, but just make them funny. Like what
Yeah.
you said with the funeral thing. You
Mhm.
made that funny. I don't think nobody
Mhm.
ever said anything about no funeral like that.
Oh man, listen, that man, the funeral stuff I got for the next one, it tops that. But that is the truth. Like I really did stop going to funerals for a while because they were too sad for me. You know what I'm saying? Like I thought about it. Like why do we, as black people with our funerals, why do we have the tone so sad, from the organ that gets played to the songs that get played, like all of that? You notice everybody's sad at the funeral, but everybody is all happy and joyful at the repast. It doesn't make
Yeah,
any sense to me. Like why
that's because they
can't
greedy.
yeah, like it makes no sense to me. Like it's just weird. Like I feel like the viewing is where it should be sad.
Well, I don't know. Going in the
If
ground is the one. That's
they go on the ground, a lot of people getting cremated because they can't afford to bury everybody.
oh, I mean,
You know what I'm saying?
yeah, I forgot. That's a
Yeah.
stimulus package. I got it.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Some jokers is like, nah, we not, we ain't gonna do that. Some people, their wishes aren't to get buried, and then some are, and then some, you got the families fighting over this and who's gonna get that, who's paying for this, who's paying for that. Like we didn't seen it. Like it's a mess, man. It's a mess sometimes.
This might be a great question for you. Your
Mhm.
top 5 greatest comedians of all time. This should be a good one.
Man, this is a good one.
This
I don't
is a
know if I
good
can
one.
necessarily. I don't know if I can necessarily put it in any order.
No, it won't be in
Um,
no order, but
but I would say
right
I
off
would
the top
say
of your head.
I would say Eddie Murphy.
Eddie Murphy, of course.
Eddie Murphy. I would say
Wait a minute. Let's talk about when he did Raw. Let's go all the way back there.
Raw and Delirious. Raw and Delirious.
Yeah, Raw and Delirious. So Eddie
Raw and
Murphy,
Delirious.
definitely.
Eddie Murphy. Bernie Mac.
Oh, gotta be the
Bernie
Mac, of course. Mac is
Um,
from Cleveland.
they're from Chicago.
Who?
From Chicago. Bernie Mac from Chicago.
You think so?
He is. He's from Chicago.
I thought he was from
Steve
Cleveland.
Harvey is from Cleveland.
Oh,
Steve
Steve
Harvey's from
Harvey.
Cleveland.
Oh,
Steve
is
Harvey's
that
from
what it
Cleveland.
is?
Bernie Mac from Chicago. Um,
Okay.
I would say Martin. Well, yeah, I could throw Martin in there. I throw Martin in my top five.
Martin Lawrence was funny,
Yep,
man. He
yep.
was very funny.
I throw Martin on there.
I,
I gotta
I'm
go.
waiting. I'm waiting for you to miss this one name, but go ahead.
I gotta go with. I gotta go with Robin Harris, man.
Robin Harris, yeah, of course.
I gotta go Robin
He
Harris.
didn't last. He didn't last that long. He passed away, but he was.
Yeah, yeah.
You seen it coming.
I think like Robin Harris and like David A. Arnold are two guys that they didn't get to like hit that peak or whatever. But I would say
That's
at
4,
five,
right?
yeah, I named 4. 5.
Who you got? I know you're gonna miss on this one. I could hear it.
Man, it's a lot, man. But if I had to go with a fifth one, I have to go Kev. I have to go Kev. Like if we
Kevin
talk
Hart?
stand up with it, I have to go Kev.
Kevin Hart.
I,
Okay.
I would have to go Kev. I mean, more people are fans of his earlier work than a lot of his newer work. But
Yeah.
the things that he was able to accomplish with stand up comedy, like I have to put him in there. It's other guys that could be honorable mentions. Like
wait a minute, because he printed it before I said it. I don't think none of them was more funny than Richard Pryor, man.
Listen, this is what people gotta understand. For me, like Richard Pryor was hilarious, but I seen more Richard in movies than I did his stand up. You see what I'm saying? Like I wasn't old enough to watch to have been around to watch Richard stand up. Like I might have just seen Richard Pryor stand up probably within the last couple years. Like I've actually seen more Red Fox stand up than I did Richard Pryor. So a lot of the Richard Pryor stuff I seen was from the movies and from the films. So me personally, I can't say that I'm not Red Fox, that Richard Pryor stand up wise was one of my favorites because I didn't get the chance to watch.
It was one. They printed an album up on him. He did this one, and it was called That Crazy. You know the word.
Yeah.
So if you go back and really listen to that, there was no just sit there and listen to it without even visualizing them. It was hilarious, dude. But as far as that, he was great, man. He had that voice though. He had that funny voice to me.
Richard was dope. Red Fox was dope. Bill, but see, them guys were in an era that was before my time. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm about to turn 40. You know what I'm saying? So I remember seeing most of their work on the screen with the movies, the films, TV shows, all of that. So being a kid, the earliest stand-up like specials I remember is Delirious, is Raw. You see what I'm saying? Now and then you had Def Jam, they had Def Jam, Comic View, all of those type platforms, and later We Got Jokes, Who's Bringing the Fun. Bill Bellamy had, his stuff or whatever. It was so many comedians, especially like late 90s, mid 90s, early 2000s.
Yeah.
And then it's like some of them fizzled off. And then some of them, you seen them on the big screen. They made movies, they became stars and stuff like that. But for me, it's a lot of dope stand-up comedians, but there's a lot of people that are big in the game, but I'm not the biggest fans of them, or I might be fans of them now. Like I didn't like I used to not like Dave Chappelle. Now I can tolerate Dave Chappelle. I thought Dave Chappelle on the TV show was funnier than what I seen doing stand-up back then.
He got better though. He got better.
Yeah, he got a whole lot better. Like I felt like he was more like the over animation and all of that stuff. Like for me, I liked it on TV, but I didn't like it on the stage. I think the older, wiser, calm, mature Dave Chappelle, I could rock with that. You see what I'm saying? So I think for me also it depends on different times. Like I like young DL Hughley more than I like older.
DL was funny. He's funny. He's funny. I mean, it's a lot of them. I mean, a lot of them are funny. Bernie Mac though, when he did Def Comedy Jam, when he did that,
Yeah.
That put him up there real quick.
Yeah, he shut it
And
down.
the Kings of Comedy, he was
Mhm.
extra, man. Like
Yeah.
he did some incredible jokes. His jokes would seem so real though,
Mhm.
So I would say he was one of the few that make your stomach hurt.
Yep. Bernie was hilarious. Cedric the Entertainer, like it's a lot of them, man. Like it's a lot of them. Like I would like I don't I look at comedians kind of like athletes and rappers. Like when you go top or you go best, you got to go in eras. You know what I'm saying? You got to go like yo best of the 90s or 80s or two. You know what I'm saying? Like it's different. To me, it's different. It's different eras of it, and then it also depends on what kind of comedy you're talking about because everybody comedy is different.
Yeah,
You
well,
know?
no. Bernie Mac. I would say Bernie Mac, Richard Pryor,
Mm,
and Eddie Murphy. They was different, and
yeah,
Robin Harris. We just didn't get enough of them.
yeah.
But all four of them were
Mm,
ridiculously funny.
mm. Yeah, I mean, like them dudes is dope. Them dudes is dope. I wish we would have got more time with Robin, but I think that the common denominator with a lot of comedians like Robin, like Bernie, a lot of them got they start later. You know what I'm saying? Like
Yeah,
Eddie was young in the game. Like Kev was young in the game. Chris Rock was young in the game. Chappelle was young in the game. Martin, they were young. Like them dudes was in their teens, in their early 20s, as were like Bernie and Robin and them guys was in their 30s, man. By the time
yeah.
they got in the game, hell,
Red
I was
Fox
30.
was good too. Red Fox was good live.
Red Fox is dope
Wait
too.
a minute, it's another guy. They call him Reds.
Ronaldo Red?
He's funny.
Yeah, Ronaldo Red.
He's
He
funny.
passed away though. He passed away a couple
Yeah,
years ago.
yeah, but he was
Yeah, he
funny.
was funny. Yeah, he was
He was
funny.
definitely funny. Wow, it's
Yeah.
crazy because most of these guys are not even here,
Mm-hmm.
and I just look at it like, wow, they were here, but they're gone too soon.
Mm-hmm.
What would they be if they was here right now? Would the same people be in the positions as they was in right now?
Oh hell no!
They wouldn't be in the
Ab-
same position.
absolutely not. So many people
If
wouldn't
Bernie
be.
Mac is there right now, it's a problem. There's a lot of people getting
Bernie
chopped.
Mac, if Bernie Mac was still around, every problem. But here's the thing: I don't think Bernie Mac would have came back to do stand up comedy though. Like
Chris
I don't
Rock.
I don't think he would have did a special. You know what I'm saying? I think he would have, probably did some roast or hosted some shows. I think he would have did like what Steve Harvey is doing. How do I feel about Chris Rock?
Chris
Chris
Rock
Rock,
is funny. He's funny.
Chris Rock is funny.
He
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 had a
not on their
special.
level though. He not on their level, but he
Yeah,
like right there though. He right there.
I didn't like his last special, but he had a special a couple years ago. I think it was like Tambourine or something like that. That was a dope special. Like I like when comedians get a little personable in their material. I think at the time he had just went through a divorce or was going through a divorce, and he talked about some of that, and it was like okay. He said something like only babies uh and dogs are like love unconditional or something like that or whatever. And he was breaking that down like that. Like that was a different Chris Rock. I think Chris is dope, but I think people like Chris they can jump in and out whenever they want to because just the stature and the status that they have. It's just like
Yeah.
Kev. Like they can jump in and out every couple years, and they want to do every 3 years, every 5 years. They want to do a special. You know who else is dope that I don't think get a lot of credit? Tracy Morgan is dope.
Oh yeah, Tracy Morgan
Tracy
is
Morgan
funny.
is dope. Yeah, Tracy Morgan is dope.
But you know what though? You got to go back to when they was hungry.
Yeah.
Like everybody was on a different tick.
Mm-hmm.
It depends on when you was trying to really, really, really make it. That's when you see the best in somebody. When they really trying to make it, that's when you're going to get the most organic out of them.
Yeah.
And comedians, y'all have a way of talking about real life, but making it really funny.
Mm-hmm.
But everything that y'all said is so funny, but it's just relevant. It's all relevant stuff.
Here's the thing, though, and I tell people this too. It's not always about being the funniest. It's not about being that guy that, oh, my jaw's hurt because I'm laughing so hard, or my stomach hurt because I'm laughing so hard. Sometimes it's about the relatability,
Yeah,
the
of course.
content, and the things that you're talking about. So I can do a whole bit about my daughter dating. You know what I'm saying? And there's gonna be other guys, other fathers out there that can relate to, you know, dealing with the experience of their daughter dating. And all it has to be is one similar thing that they either experience or they witness, or just something that they can see visually, and it's going to be super funny to them because of it being relatable. Like, that's why a lot of people that do comedy, the relationship material never fails. Relationship material never fails because everybody knows what it's like to be in a relationship. You know what I'm saying? And there's different things that people go through in, you know, relationships, and they talk about it in the comedy, and people laugh because they can relate to it. Even when you go to, you know, my bit that you just played with the black funerals or
Yeah.
whatever, and I was breaking down like why they're so sad or whatever. Think about it. If you went to a funeral and you seen somebody like a CT Fletcher, a motivational speaker, speaking on behalf of somebody that's dead, that would be shocking to the audience. They wouldn't expect that. However, that would be different. You know what I'm saying? Because people were so programmed to witness it from one way, and that's the way that it's always been. So I think as comedians, sometimes it's easy for us to push the envelope and give people a different type visual, to see it through a different lens.
Yeah, of
And
course.
people look at it, that's funny.
Yeah, but you know, the best can turn anything that's really serious
Hmm.
to funny.
Yeah.
Like
Yep.
it could be a very serious situation, but y'all, you know, the best can turn that into funny. And then
Hmm.
when we realizing, wait a minute, I wasn't supposed to laugh at that. That's what makes it funny now.
Yeah.
Because you wasn't supposed to laugh at it.
Mm.
Ain't that crazy?
Yeah.
But that's the gift to me. That's the gift.
Hmm.
Wait a minute. He said you're forgetting about Lavelle Crawford. Oh yeah, that's a funny dude, man.
Lavelle funny too. Shout out to Lavelle. My uncle used to book him back in the day. Lavelle Crawford is a funny guy
He
too.
was up and he was up there in the number one. Yeah, Crawford was tight. I mean, he's tight.
Mm-hmm.
You know what though? It just depends on what the material is.
Mm-hmm.
They all know how to, you know, y'all all know how to say it.
Mm-hmm.
But it all depends on, you know, how y'all say it. That's it. You know,
Mm-hmm.
and you could feel the crowd, like that crowd that you was in right there. They was on it.
Mm-hmm.
You know, and that's the one thing that a comedian has to do. He has to command and control the room. And believe it or not, your first joke could set it off.
Yep. You're absolutely right. Like the
Your
energy,
first
like,
joke, because if it's dead, oh, they gonna throw some hot chicken. They gonna throw hot
but you
chicken.
also got to know but you also got to know your audience too. You see what I'm saying? Like, you got to know your audience. And one thing, like, some comedians don't do, they don't know how to make adjustments. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes being a comedian, you have to make an adjustment. Like, you know, there's been rooms I've went into or shows I went into, and I said, all right, I'm gonna do this joke and I'm gonna do this joke. And then I get into the room and it's like, I don't know if I should do this joke. I don't know if I should do that joke. And then sometimes you have shows where you might go after, you know, other comedians, and some other comedians might have jokes that is similar to a joke that you got. So now you don't want to
Well,
go
yeah,
after
y'all
them.
all playing on the same field though. Y'all all
Yeah.
playing on the same field.
So you know, sometimes you have to make adjustments. Sometimes you might say, hey, I'm gonna open with this joke and I'm gonna close with this joke, and then you get on that stage and it's like, nope, I'm changing it. Like, I'm changing it because they're feeling it. So instead of me closing with this joke, I'm gonna now close with this joke or whatever. Like, you know, it's just, it's an art. It really is an art, and I don't really think a lot of people realize how much of an art it really is. Like, I had an uncle who was like, he wanted to try it. I said, okay, I'm throwing the open mic, come try it. He goes and he try it, and he was like, man, I got a lot of respect for what y'all do. Like, it's not easy. I just know, I think he's gonna be really funny comedian. He's going to make history. Man, I appreciate that, man. I
Yeah, man.
appreciate that. I appreciate that.
I don't know if he was there for the. I want to play it again. You know,
Mm.
you want to play it again?
Yeah, you can play it again. Go ahead.
We're gonna play it again for those who was not here. Here we go.
Recently, I decided that, I retired. I retired from black funerals. Can't do it no more, man. I don't know where they find these prison pastors. You know what I'm saying? These dudes that they give like $40 to, you know what I'm saying? And they always say stuff about somebody they didn't know. Like, I didn't know this man, but I know this man was a good man. Like, what the hell kind of message is that? What kind of message is that? Like, whose man is this? You know what I'm saying? And then, like, what kills me with funerals is the tone. I don't like it. It's so sad. They have dude on the organ. It's like, yo, I'm having a funeral. I need Al Green organ player. You know what I'm saying? Don't give me, you know what I'm saying, Jeffrey, you know what I'm saying, from the choir playing my, like, I hate the fact that it's so sad at funerals. Like, I need a motivational speaker at my funeral. I need C.T. Fletcher. Don't be acting all sad. Get up off your feet. He wasn't sad. He was a good man. I need somebody like that. They be like, yeah, Brother Reginald, he was so, like, no. I need the guy that does the commercials for the movies to do my funeral. Come into the heaven gate soon. One man who lived his life the way he wanted to live it. That's what I need. Like, the hell? Funerals be sad as hell. Can't do it. Matter of fact, I got in an argument with a funeral director the other day. Said something he ain't like. He was like, I'm gonna see you soon, nigga. I was like, nigga, I'm getting cremated. Fuck you. I'm not even gonna have a repast. I'm gonna have a talk about. I'm even gonna get together and just talk about me. You know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, that nigga, he could cut hair. That nigga did comedy. He was alright. He could rap. Hey, mom's like, that nigga wasn't shit. I had my ex talking about me on the internet recently, and shit pissed me off. You know, usually I don't engage in pettiness, but I think some of us men could be as petty as women. So she was talking about me online. I said, fuck it, I don't even want to go back and forth. I FaceTimed her. So let me tell you something. Take your 2 fingers, you go like this. Go down here, you go like this. Bring it back up, smell it, you got bigger fish to fry. Leave me the fuck alone. Real for real. I think I can out-petty my exes. My ex called the court. She was like, yeah, he cut hair. He worked under the table. He get cash. He don't be paying taxes. It's like, what? It's okay. Hello, 911? Yeah, I want to report an unlicensed nail technician. Yeah. And she sell platters out the house. Yup. And she do weave in an unfinished basement with no permit. Go get her. Yeah, I believe in situational snitching.
All right. And that thing crazy, man.
Yeah.
That thing crazy right there, man. Let me get this back in there like that so I can see what's going on. Oh, there we go. All right, man. Sound great, man. You know, you got it. You definitely got it. You know, I'm mad because I didn't really have, yes, you do have it. Yep, there you go. He's on his way. I like his style. There you go. Look at that, man. So the people, you got the people liking you. Well, you're used to this, though, you know, because you're used to commanding a crowd anyway. And you know what? In anything, it's all about just being ready. That's all you are. If you keep that mentality, you ready. You on your way to take it even higher. And like I said, it's just a matter of a bigger and bigger crowd for you. That's it. The bigger it get, the better you going to have, you know, the exposure. You know one thing about the comedians? Everybody know who coming.
Yeah.
Everybody know who coming.
I remember I had did his shows, like we were talking about Denny Live. I remember the second time I did a show with Denny.
Denny Live on Monday, just in case you didn't know.
Yeah, I was hosting, right? And this time it was in Jersey. They was like, yo, you can't be hosting like that, bro, because you make it more difficult for the people that are like going after you, you know, doing your thing hosting. You make it tough for them or whatever. He was like, you don't need to be doing the host joint. Like, you know, you on the level of where us headliners is at. He was like, you know, you bring in headliner energy with hosting or whatever. He was like, you gotta, you gotta chill. So I had to, I had to learn the difference with hosting versus, when you a feature or you a headliner and stuff, like that or whatever. But yeah, man, it's a learning experience, man, and it's a, being a comedian is fun, man. It's fun making people laugh because you never know what they go through. You never know what the people that come through that door are going through when they come through that door. So for me, is to make them feel better when they leave. So like I remember I did a show and I had this joke.
That's why
So
people go.
The joke that I have is about, I tell people, I say, tomorrow's not guaranteed. Life is short. So make sure you take lots of pictures. You know what I'm saying? Because tomorrow's not guaranteed or whatever. I said
Yeah.
I actually lost my father on the way here tonight. So people are like, oh my God, I can't believe it. Whatever. I'm like, no, he's still alive. He was in the car behind me. I stayed straight. He made it right. So I get the people every time with that joke. I do this show right before I get on stage. They tell me the owner of the venue's husband, father died. So now I'm like, damn, do I do this joke? Because they're coming in the door. I'm like, damn, do I do this joke or do I not do this joke? Sometimes the joke is an opener. Sometimes the joke is a closer. I like it better as a closer. I said to hell with, I'm going to do it as an opener. I open up with the joke. The guy's like, oh my God, I can't believe it. And then once I hit him with the punchline, he like, dude, man, you an a-hole. I can't believe this. I was going to come up there and give you a hug. I do my set. After the set, he comes up to me. He says, yo, thanks for doing that joke because I needed to hear that. You know what I'm saying? Like I really lost my dad tonight and I needed to hear that joke. So as a comedian,
never know.
You never know. You never know how you impact somebody's life, man. That guy has been a fan of mine ever since.
Yeah. Yeah, that's pretty cool. Anybody that can affect somebody in a positive way, there will always be people, of course, that don't like people that have that's a gift anyway. That's not nothing, to sneeze over. That's a true gift. If you can put a smile or brighten up somebody's day, that's a true gift. Especially in the times and the day that we live in right now. We live in a time of, it's so much tribulation out here. You can't trust a lot of people. Friendship ain't even the same, it seems like, people don't be checking in like that, but when you got a gift, you gonna get brand new people. And sometimes brand new people take you on where you need to go.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, atmosphere and energy definitely do mean a lot. You know what I'm saying?
Who warranted that you had to stay with the same people? The whole key is to be universal with what you're doing. So whoever don't come on that ride with you when you on your lowest ladder, because the minute you take those 2 or 3 steps up, they gonna be like, oh, he done changed.
Well, you gotta remember, like with a lot of people, they need a visual and a cosign before they decide to support you.
Yeah,
because you could say like, hey man, I'm doing comedy, or hey man, I got my interview, my show that I'm doing. People are like, okay, all right, I'll check it out, or I might come check you out. But then you get a certain guest on there. You get a guest that is somebody they know. You know what I'm saying? You get, let's say, a Raheem Devon or somebody. Oh, my man Scarfo, he doing it big or whatever. You know what I'm saying? See, I've been supporting him since day one. It's like, dog, like you wasn't with me when I was shooting in the gym. You know what I'm saying? And it's no different than that with comedy. I see it too. Like, it's people, you like, yo, yeah, man, I'm gonna try to get to one of your shows. I'm trying to get one of your shows. They steady asking, man, well, when your next show? Where you gonna be? They go, why you keep asking? You ain't coming. You ain't coming on the show. You just want to be nosy. And then once they see I'm on a show with somebody they know, oh, you on a show with Denny Live? Or, oh, you want to show with this person? Oh, or you get the people that are connected to the venues or where you're performing at. So when I did like the casino in Atlantic City, I did resorts. Oh, you gonna be at the resorts at AC? Oh man, I'm gonna see if I can make that. You know what I'm saying? Now you'll come see me at the resorts, but you wouldn't come see me when I was doing Ray Ray's barbecue. You see what I'm saying? It's like certain people, they what's the name? They're selective on what they want to support, who they want to support, and it comes down to the visual and the cosign. So if somebody they know goes to the show and then comes back and reports, yeah, I went to a show, he did a good job, he's funny, or it was a nice show, whatever. Okay, all right, well, you know what? I might have to check it out because now this person just gave me the cosign. You know what I'm saying? They gave me a cosign and they gave me a visual, and now I want to see it. If you take it away from that, let's say, okay, I tell you, hey, yo, this is a restaurant down the street is good. I'm giving you the cosign. Then you go on your phone, you pull it up, you see the menu, you look at how the food looked, it looked good. You like, damn, he said it was good, it looked good. I'm gonna go try it out.
Yeah.
That's how people are in life, man. Visual and cosign.
Yeah, well, I mean, that's how it's always been. Everybody's looking for someone to co-sign it. But they can kind of see if you got the skill. They can kind of see if you're a skilled person at something, whatever you're trying to do. Whether if you're a boxer, skill, whether you're a basketball player, they see a skill in you. That's all it really is. But you know what? The best way to do it is just keep going, keep doing it, and not pay attention to a distraction that's going to take you off your ding. That's all you can do. So if you're a comedian, you got to keep going. You can't stop. Keep writing material. Keep going. Keep going. That's the way I do the podcasting thing. I just keep going. Everybody probably like, he's just keep on going. He just keeps on going. Because that's what you're supposed to do. If you got it in your your repertoire to do certain things, and you feel as though you're confident enough to do it on a consistent basis, do it. And don't think about anybody else, what they thinking or whatever. You just go for the goal. And trust me, they know who if the opportunity will come their way, you can't never say that person ain't to deserve that.
Yes. Thanks for your humor. We need, man, much appreciated, man. Much appreciated. I consider myself the king of barbershop talk comedy.
There we go.
And I am a real barber. You know what I'm saying? So I got 20 plus years experience of cutting hair in a barbershop. So you can only imagine the endless material that I have from just the things I've seen and heard in the actual barbershop. We're not even getting to just regular life, personal life, family life, all of that stuff or whatever. But in the barbershop, a barber is the cheapest therapist that you can have. You know what I'm saying? We deal with a lot. We see a lot. We've been through a lot. And I take those experiences and I bring it to the stage as other comedians that were also barbers. I just don't think that they wanted to attach what they did 9 to 5 wise to that stage. When I was starting comedy, people were like, what's your comedy name going to be? And I'm just like, I don't know what my comedy name going to be. I'm like, well, what am I going to talk about? And I'm thinking about, stories from the shop or whatever. I'm like, well, you know what, man, I'm going to be Elijah the Barber, because I am Elijah the Barber. And that's, my brand. I was branding myself as an actual barber before coming to comedian, just decided to take it and just, bring it into the comedy world. I wanted to stand out. You know what I'm saying? So people see me at shows now. Like, oh, you Elijah the Barber. Like, okay, yeah, I heard of you. Or I seen you on a flyer, stuff like that. It lets me know I'm working, but I got more work to do. And I think if you want to know if a comedian is really working, Google them. If you got to get to page 3 to 7 to get the information on them, they're not working enough. You know what I'm saying? They got more work to do. You know what I'm saying? So when you can put Elijah the Barber comedy in Google and you see everything that comes up with me, everything that I'm doing, my special, my upcoming shows, just everything, it lets you know that I'm working. But for me, it's not enough. I still got more I got to do. You know what I'm saying?
You gotta, that's the whole key. That's what I just said. Don't stop, because it's really endless. If you're a barber, it's endless. If you podcasting or doing anything of media, well, as you can clearly see, you can get info darn near every day. And, if you really want to take it there, you just start talking about crime, and that'll keep it going, every single day. But at the end of the day, you just got to keep going. That's it. Keep going. Really, some people don't care if you keep going or not, you know, but I guarantee you this. If you get there, guess what? You earned it.
Yep.
If you get there, you earned it, man. Well, look, this is my last question. If you had a chance to get on a major tour, what other two comedians would you want to open up for that will set your career off? Think about this one to set it off for you. You finally get that break. What two comedians right now in this day and age would you want to go on tour with right now? Y'all be the new Kings of Comedy 2.0. Who would you do?
Well, I mean, remember Kings of Comedy had 4. So, you know,
let's go with the 4. Let's go with the 4.
You said me and 2. Oh man. See, these names are going to probably be names that some people may know, may not know. I would say I like Trevor Noah.
Trevor Noah.
I like Trevor Noah. I would say Trevor Noah, Little Rel.
Little Rel. Oh man.
And Brian Simpson.
Brian Simpson.
Trevor Noah, Little Rel, and Brian Simpson, and then me. I think their comedy, my comedy, I think our styles will mash pretty well together.
Do you think that could compete? Okay, I know you saw the Bernie Mac in them one. Do you think all of y'all could match that energy of that golden night Kings of Comedy?
I think matching the energy, probably not, because like I said, everybody's style is different. So it's kind of like you got
it just got to be hilarious. I mean,
yeah, it's going to be hilarious. It's definitely going to be hilarious. Everybody has a different style. I think me and Rel are the two animated ones. So if you go and you look at Kings, I would say like if I was compare us to everybody else, I would say Trevor Noah to me is the strongest writer.
Trevor Noah. Okay.
He's the strongest writer. So I would actually have him as the headliner. And then I would have Rel be before him. So Rel would basically be like Cedric. Brian Simpson would be before him, and then I would open or whatever. So basically I think it would. I think, you know, you got me being from Jersey, you got Brian Simpson being from originally California, but by way of Austin, Texas now. And then you have Rel from Chicago, and then you got Trevor Noah being from overseas. Like when you look at the demographics and the geographics, like you're gonna have white people, black people, like it's really a very mixed audience. I think Kings of Comedy was dope at that time, but I also think Kings of Comedy was more for black rooms. You know what I'm saying? More for just black audiences, even though all of those guys took off and got their own shows from that opportunity. I don't look at myself as a comedian that's just for black rooms. I look at myself as a comedian that can make anybody laugh, and I can I can do it all. Like I had a lady who hit me today from Texas about
now. Look, but I'm saying, look, listen what you're saying. But that's what Richard Pryor was good at. He was good at telling a joke about a white person and then talk about the way the black people did it. And that's what Eddie Murphy did too. So whenever, that's what Bernie Mac did too. So you got to be able to flip flop so that you can get both. Yeah, so you can get both interpretations out there. Because if they hear a joke for themselves or whatever culture it is, they gonna be like, "Yo, he was funny." You know, he's a funny dude. You know, so yeah, that's funny because they give me I remember Bernie Mac. Yeah, you know, sit over there eating a little cheese sandwich, telling on everybody. You know, and the black people didn't want to come back on time. That was funny, man. That was funny when he said that.
And when they break all of that stuff. Yeah,
man. But all it was realistic It was a realistic thing. Everybody knew it was kind of true, and then it was funny, and so that's what made it funny.
The relatability, I told you, man. People are able to relate to the material, and they feel like they have a connection. And that and honestly, the personalities of a lot of these comedians is what people connect with because they feel like it's somebody they know. Like my wife loves Miss Pat. She loves Miss Pat. But Miss Pat is like that crazy aunt that everybody knows. You know what I'm saying? That be tripping at the cookout. You know what I'm saying? Loud, wild, and crazy. So some people, they can connect with some of the comedians that they come across because the comedians are basically characters. We're characters that some people are able to connect and relate with.
Yeah.
And people become fans.
Well, look, you got it. I believe it. Baby boy hit me up. He's like, yo, man, I gotta connect y'all two guys. And
shout out to Baby Boy for that. Appreciate it.
Yeah, so that's what they do too. They get a couple people for me. Because it's a Philly Jersey. I'm from Philly. They from Jersey. And it don't really matter. I entertain everybody anyway. It doesn't matter where you're from. So thanks for coming on the show. You can put all your shout outs there, and then we'll just close it up.
All right. Well, listen, man. Elijah the Barber. Y'all can follow me on Instagram, TikTok, Twitter, Elijah the Barber 856-609. My Cutting Up comedy special is out now. I'm on tour working on Trust Issues comedy special coming next year, February 2025. Salute to all of the comedians that were around before me and my OGs. They know who they are. Special shout out to Nico and Baby Boy. Like I said, they gave me the opportunity to be able to do this on their platform in Atlantic City. So, them guys is my brothers for life. Anything they need from me that I can contribute, I got them. Thank you, Scarfo, for having me on here.
Yes, sir.
I'm going to make sure I share this thing, and I'm going to plug some people with you and help you get some more guests, man, because I want your podcast to thrive and be successful as well.
Oh, yeah. Yes, sir. You heard it right here. Comedian Elijah Medley, the Barber. Check him out. He's got a lot of things on YouTube. So just punch it up. It's going down, y'all. Elijah Medley, the Barber. Thanks for coming on.
Appreciate it.
And here we go.